Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am on a video roll today, so I thought I would knock out another one of my pet peeve videos. We will be doing pet peeves 6 through 10. I have just recently started this series, so if you want to get caught up on the first video, there is a playlist link down below that will take you to see my first 5 pet peeves. In no particular order, I am going to start with the no turn signal. Now, I know that this probably bothers many people. What bothers me more about someone who doesn't use their blinker, that's what I call it. I think other countries have different names for it, so please let me know what you call it. Do some say their clicker? No. I just made that up, didn't I? What is it? I know directional, turn signal, blinker. Anyway, what even bothers me more than someone who doesn't put on their blinker is the fact that it's just not automatic to them. I don't know if I would know how to drive and make a turn without just doing this or this. Up, down. My hand just does it. I don't even have to stop and think about it. These people that they're just going and then they just start to slow down a little bit and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then all of a sudden they turn with no blinker. I seriously would like to get out of my car with a bat. Pay them a little visit. I know, I'm going to get the comments about my horrible temper. I wouldn't actually do that, I hope you know. But a lot of times I feel like it. So instead I just swear, you motherfucker, put your fucking blinker on. And I do that in my car. It's fun. The next pet peeve, socks that not just fall down, but that like as you walk, they kind of go under your foot. Do you know what I'm talking about? Sometimes I'll have a sock and I'll just be walking around and the sock will just like kind of like creep its way down. Why does that sock want to be under my foot? Is it something wrong with the sock? Is it something wrong with my foot, my gait, the way I walk? I don't know, but I hate that. Speaking of socks that fall, any of you remember wearing knee-highs in school with a rubber band to keep it up? I did that all the time. I guess my knee-high socks were old or something and they weren't elasticized as much at the top as they should be. And I used to put a rubber band around my leg and then we'd fold the top of it down. I mean, I'm 56. Are you in your 50s around there somewhere? Do you remember wearing knee-highs to school like that with a rubber band? Please tell me I'm not the only sorry child who had to do that. But anyway, socks that go under your foot. I one time went to Freiburg Fair with my sister, and both my socks that I happened to have on that day were going under my feet. Now, why I didn't just take the socks off, I don't know. I guess in those days I didn't realize I was allowed to do such a thing. It was driving me crazy, and she had safety pins, and I safety pinned both the backs of my socks to my pants. So stupid. I don't know, but I don't like socks that crawl around like that. Okay, pet peeve number 8. I hate people who like to litter. It really bothers me. It's just so easy to just keep the litter in your car or wherever you are until you get home, until you can find a dumpster somewhere, whatever. One time when I was working for Domino's Pizza, I went to Cumberland Farms, which was very close to the Domino's store. Cumberland Farms is a convenience store. And when I came out and I was in my Domino's uniform, somebody was in the parking lot and just dumping trash out from the bottom of their car. They were kind of like laying down on the seat and they were just like shoveling it out with their hand. And I just stood and watched that and I was like, what the fuck? You're at a convenience store with dumpsters available, and I picked up a bunch of it and just threw it back in the car. Okay, yes, I have a temper of some sort, apparently. And the person was shocked, and I was like, don't throw your trash out into the parking lot. I was like so just dumbfounded that anybody would think that that was okay to do. And so I go back into Domino's and told them what I had done, and they were so mad. They're like, you represent Domino's Pizza. You can't be doing stuff like that while you're in uniform. And it's like, what? I was showing them that it's okay to clean up America? I didn't lose my job. And no, I wasn't over there to buy beer during my work shift either. But I just don't understand littering. I don't understand it. I know when I was really little, before littering was even talked about, it was nothing for us to just throw stuff out of the car. And then all of a sudden, we weren't supposed to litter. And that's all it took. Don't litter, not littering. I mean, I guess it's just funny that we thought it was okay once upon a time. I don't even like somebody who throws a cigarette out the window. I just don't. I was going to say there's an ashtray in your car for that, but cars don't have ashtrays anymore. So just quit smoking. That solves that problem. Okay, here's another one that I hate, and I actually caught myself doing it quite a bit in one of my recent videos. People who constantly use the word like I went to the store and like I had a good time and like I hate that. And I watch a lot of Judge Judy, and she absolutely hates it. I mean, she will just tell people, stop saying like, and then they don't know how to talk anymore. And it's just kind of funny. Last but not least for today, and this one is again geared toward people who are bloggers or vloggers. You will probably relate to this. It drives me crazy when someone leaves a comment, a bad one, but also throws in a half-hearted apology in with the stupid comment. For instance, they'll say, oh, I hate to tell you this, but I have to unsubscribe. Or I'm so sorry that I have to unsubscribe, but you suck. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to read one to you right now. It's since been removed, but I have a screenshot. You want to see it? You'll see her name. She put it out there. First, let me remind you. My Dunkin' Donuts story for story time. Yes, I even said in there that when I tossed that bag onto that kid's head, that wasn't cool. It was not cool, and they could have called the police on me if they wanted to. And I don't even know if the kid is the one that bit the eclair or not, and that doesn't matter. It does not matter who bit that eclair. Nobody's supposed to have a bag thrown at their head. But yes, I did that, and I was honest about it, and I was so afraid that people were going to say, oh my God, you evil bitch. You know, I can't be in your life anymore, Darlene, because you have crossed the line. You are abusing a child. But the majority of you thought it was hilarious. So that makes me wonder about this world. We're all evil. The thing is that I think the people who complain about how horrible that was, they probably do worse to their very own kids. It's because they just think that, you know, that was completely out of line, because that child could have been just an innocent standing there with no clue as to what is going on, and he gets a bag thrown at his forehead. It's not the fact that I smacked a kid in the head with a bag. It's the fact that it just sounds so ridiculous as I say it. And it is my temper. And you have to remember, this was in the 1990s. There's a very good chance I was extremely hungover or probably already drunk. One of those two. There's no way in the 90s that I went into Dunkin' Donuts without one of those scenarios going on. So it was hard to contain myself when I was hungover, and then when I was drunk, who knows? I would have fucking thrown a bag at everybody in there. It's just the way I was. It's just the way I am. So anyway, I did indeed get some hate for that, which I understood. But listen to this one, and I'm going to bring you on over to the computer so you can see it. Okay, you can see that this is by someone named Tammy Pluskett. Wow, sorry, but I have to unsub. In what world is it funny to subject a child to your outrageous behavior? I guess that would be in my world. My world was probably vastly different than your world, and I'd like to try to stress to people that you have no idea what background someone comes from that makes them behave the way they do. I had a pretty rotten, sucky life as a child. I really did. So I guess things that other people think are shocking are just not shocking to me at all. I'm not trying to justify what I did at all. I'm just trying to say that I did it. That's all I can say. So what cracks me... Ow! Jesus, put my fucking eye out. What cracks me up is that this person is, wow, sorry, but I have to unsub. What are you fucking sorry for? You can't even just leave and unsubscribe? You feel like you have to apologize for that? I don't understand. I don't think she feels like she has to apologize. I just think that she thinks that's what you're supposed to say. And here's the other thing, Tammy Pluskett. Remember, this is public information here. She put that on a public comment on a public YouTube channel. So I can say her name all I want. But I know I'll get hate for it. But that's okay, because then I'll talk about you next. First of all, I should have thrown the bag at the woman, because my outrageous behavior was kind of caused by their outrageous behavior. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? They didn't want to refund me for a half-eaten eclair. But true, the child should never have been my target, and I didn't do that on purpose to hit or hurt a child. It just was, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. So, Tammy Pluskett, the other thing that cracks me up is, why do people feel the need to tell you when they're leaving? Now, I can understand if Tammy was invited to my home and there was a party going on and she decides to leave early and she wants to tell me, you know what, I've got to go. And I'm just letting you know, so you don't worry about me when you don't see me here. You know what I'm saying? I can understand something like that. You're exiting someplace where someone knows you are, and you want to just let people know, I'm leaving now. But I don't know this woman at all. I didn't even know she existed. I don't think I've ever seen a comment from her. So the very first comment she ever leaves me is to say, sorry, I'm going bye-bye. Because you a bitch. You didn't have to announce your exit. I didn't know that you were even here. And I guess announcing it is just a way to make sure that I know that I did something wrong. I think I knew that. I did. But anyway, thanks for reinforcing it. So those are my pet peeves for tonight. I feel a little bit weird about this series because it brings out the worst in me. Kind of like that. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Hey, see that video on the top right corner? That's my first Pet Peeves video. Go watch it. If you don't want to watch that one, then you can watch the one below it, which is my most recent upload.